Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. This one is finally the long and bewaited, well, I've been waiting for a long time. I can finally start putting this motor back together because I finally got my Pro X valve that I've been waiting for. I literally ordered a valve. It was the wrong valve. That thing was huge. That thing looked like it was to like the Duke 690. Like this, the valve was huge. It dwarfed this one. I'm like, there's no way this was from a 450. I messaged the guy. He's like, yeah, it's from a 450. I'm like, yeah, okay. What planet? But so I returned it. I got my money back, and I got a OEM matched intake valve for my '04 KTM. So what I am doing here is I got the valves numbered, as you can see by the tool layout. Well, this is the one I'll be using. I'm going to lap the valves. I have them ordered. The new one is the one numbered number 4 because that's replacing number 4. But I'm going to lap the valves. I'm going to run a time lapse on lapping the valves because I do already have a video on my channel of how to lap valves. Just go through my videos, you'll see it. I didn't do it that long ago, maybe a month or two. It's on a pit bike, but it's the same concept. So I'm gonna lap the valves. That'll be step 1, getting the valves lapped. Step 2 is gonna be getting the head together. So I'm gonna have to bring out my valve compressor. I'm gonna get the head together. I already checked the ring gap. The ring gap is perfect, exactly where it needs to be. Won't fit a size over, which is beautiful. That's the Wiseco kit. And then I have the Tusk gasket kit. I'm putting new seals on. Sorry I'm talking so fast, but I don't want these videos to be too prolonged with like, a bunch of greasy stuff you don't really need to hear. But I just, I'm excited because this part finally came in the mail. I could finally get this build going. I got my little not propane, kerosene with diesel, which I said before. I don't know why I had to say that again. It's all right. My hands are a little chilly, but I'm excited. It's keeping me warm. So I'm going to lap the valves first. I'm going to assemble the head after. Then I'm going to put the rings on the piston. I'm going to insert the piston into the cylinder. That motor is going to be locked at top dead center with the bolt that they have down there. Once I have that locked, that's when I'm going to put the cylinder on, pop that bad boy down, get the head on, get everything to the correct torque spec, get the chain riveted back on, and once that's all done, then I could bolt up the car, put the subframe back on, and hear this thing start up. I'm gonna get this knocked out. I'm gonna switch this over to time lapse, and then I'll jump back in and we'll get on to step 2. Alright guys, back from the time lapse, and as you can see, everything is all cleaned up. They're labeled. The new valve obviously sat more flush. Everything was smooth. It was a lot smoother, so I went over the other ones until they were just as smooth. So now there's a even surface. Let me see if I'll pull one out. This is the new one. I'm just going to show you one. But as you can see in there, it's flat. You can see like the scuffed gray side, and then on here the lighting is a little off, but it's all ready to go. So I got those in there. Guys, we're back, and as you can see, voila, I got the head is all ready to go. The first valve I put in, I don't know if you guys noticed on the time lapse, but it was giving me such a hassle with the keepers going in. I don't know why. It was just so annoying to get them in. They weren't going in right, and then I finally got it, and the rest was smooth. But it was a time lapse, so it was really fast. Yeah, so we're done with the head. That was step 2. I went ahead and put the rings on yesterday. So the piston is ready, the rings are ready, the head is ready. I'm going to hone the cylinder so that the new rings seat to the cylinder with the fresh hone in it. And then, yeah, after that, I will be popping. I still got to put the bike in top dead. I'm not doing an insane rebuild. This was just because the bike was smoking and the valve needed to be replaced. But to be honest, I want to rebuild it with the steel valve. I do want to convert this thing to 6-speed because I feel like if you're not on a track, it's a lot of bike for 4 gears, especially like on the road and stuff like that. I want to be able to, like, you know, do wheelies, have fun. I want more gears, you know, so that I could play around with. All right, so I'm gonna get this cylinder honed, and then I will get back to you guys when the cylinder is done and the piston's in. All right, guys, we're back, and as you can see, we got the cylinder on and the gasket. That gasket, for some reason, was really annoying going on. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it was annoying. So, yeah, we're ready for the head to go on top. Now the head's on, she's starting to look like a bike. I'm really excited. I'm definitely excited. But yeah, so the next part will be, I don't know if it's gonna be startup or the top going on or the riveting or something, but who knows? I'm gonna end this here, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, we're back. As you can see, I skipped ahead a little bit. Not too far, just got the head on. I got that torque down to spec, got the cam in. I got all the bolts where they're supposed to be. The oil line is actually tightened in. Not too tight, it's just kind of snug. These bolts are hand tight so that the sealant oozes out. Then after an hour, I'm gonna come back in and torque those down to spec. I'm gonna do the valve clearances, and then I'm gonna start putting the bike together. And hopefully tomorrow I can get a startup video going for you guys. And fingers crossed that there is no smoke or blowing. Well, I'll obviously have to ride her around, warm her up, and see, you know, if that cured the problem. I'm pretty sure the problem's not going to be there anymore. I did run into a slight problem. Apparently, you're not supposed to lap titanium valves due to the coating that they put on them. But from what I understand, all it's going to do is it'll wear out a little faster. It doesn't mean, you know, the bike's gonna run for a day and then your valve is gonna be shot, blown, gone, torn to bits. It's just that coating's gone, so now it's, you know, you gotta pay attention to the clearances a little more. But other than that, there's a small hole in the exhaust. Can't even fit my finger in it. It's not too big. I'm gonna patch that up, and then I just gotta get this stuff on. Like I said, the covers and the water pump assembly stuff. But other than that, she's pretty much ready to go. Once I'm done with that, I'll throw the camera on time lapse, get the bike assembled, and then tomorrow is probably going to be startup day. Hopefully it's not too cold. I will jump back in when it's time for either an update when everything's fully ready and then the time lapse, or I'll just jump right into the time lapse. But I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys. Now as you can see, everything's all buttoned up. I had to zip tie some cables and use some double-sided tape on here because I messed up the cover. But yeah, everything's all buttoned up. The timing is done. The valve clearance is done. I kicked it over a few times. So yeah, so now I'm gonna throw this on a time lapse and get everything put together. I did do a little DIY patch on the exhaust for now. It's another piece of, it's a thinner piece of steel. It's JB welded. Hopefully it can handle the heat. I mean, if not, I'll do like an actual patch. I'm gonna get a different exhaust for this anyway. So, or when I split the exhaust to make it a 3-piece, maybe I'll just do it there instead of wasting other metal. I'll do it in an area where it's necessity. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get this camera popped up on the chair and throw it on time lapse and get this girl assembled. Guys, and we are done. I mean, done for the most part. I still need to get some bigger rivets for this exhaust. There's one holding on down here, the other one is fully done. I did leak some antifreeze because when I was filling it, I forgot to attach the hose down there. But yeah, she's a bike again. Tomorrow I'm going to do a startup video. I'll put the gas in tonight, and then yeah, hopefully she turns over nice and we don't run into any cataclysmic events, and we should be all good. Then I'm just gonna monitor how she runs and rides. I do want to do a complete rebuild, just for the simple fact, right now I bought this bike used. I don't know how many hours are on what. I want to get a tack for this thing. I'm not going to go the whole 9 yards of the speedometer. I'm just going to get like one of the universal like headlight, tail lights, and maybe some mirrors or blinkers or something. Whatever DMV recommends, I'll do that or whatever. I want to have as minimal possible. I can run a battery on here, and there is upgraded stators and stuff like that for the lights. But I just want to keep it as minimal as possible because it's going to be, you know, in reality, a legal stunt bike. I would just prefer to have the bike legal than to be riding around on something illegal and then they have the possibility of taking it. I'd rather just pay tickets, you know, than to lose a bike, especially something that I'm going to be dumping money into. So yeah, so this is where she is. I still have to do the forks. I'm gonna clean the seals out with my little seal doctor from Risk Racing, and if that cures the problem, then we're all good. But just in case, I already ordered new seals and fork oil. So if that's the problem, I'll redo the forks as well, just to make sure she's all good. But I'm gonna end this one for now, and the next you'll see this thing will be a startup. So I'll see you guys then. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very exciting video. The only reason I didn't rev it is because my neighbor's out there with his Mustang, and I don't want to have this going at the same time and then everyone just, you know, it is Sunday, people off work. We did ride around all day on the other bikes, so I will give it a break. But the next video, you guys will see me ripping this around. So we're doing a million things at once, but we're getting it done one step at a time. So thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, leave those in the comment section. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, give the video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Put antifreeze back in your bike, because I had this bike started up and running and it was smelling a little weird, and I remembered that I didn't put any antifreeze in there. That's where the spill is, because I filled her up. And yeah, so next project with this bike is going to be the forks. I have new seals. I might have to get bushings as well. Not too sure, but the exhaust is packed. The bike's running a lot better. No decompression lever, because you do not need that once the bike is, you know, running right and adjusted right. So tomorrow I might come out here and ride her for a little bit, or whenever I'm off again. But thanks again for watching. If you guys are new, click that subscribe button. Definitely check out my other videos, and we got more to come, and I'll see you in the next one.